guys, it's Kevin from Cruising with Wheels, and today's video is sponsored by Fluid and Form. They're the makers of the Eagle 4K Action Cam. It's the ideal sidekick to capture all your adventures in stunning detail. So today our video is all about preparing your electronics to cruise with you. Now, you might think that some of this is common sense, but I have forgotten to do a few of these things, so we thought we would remind you just what's involved in preparing your electronics to cruise. So I always start with my iPhone. Now, I have been an iPhone user for quite some time, so I'm not as familiar with Droid systems. So maybe someone else in YouTube land can help you out with backing up your phone. But that's the first step. I back my phone up to iTunes, and they basically make a copy of what's on my phone goes to my computer. After I've done that, I disconnect my phone from the computer and delete from my phone all of my photos, all of my videos, some of my music too, actually, I take off the phone because very often I will use my phone for vlogging or taking pictures. And it'll get filled up very, very fast. Now I have a 128 gigabyte phone, and I really want it as empty as it possibly can be because it's like a backup to our cameras. So after I have backed up my phone and prepared that for the cruise, I go on to my digital hard drive. Now this right here is a Western digital hard drive, and this is where I store and back up our videos and photographs while we're on the cruise. Why do you ask I do that? Well, we have the worst luck with cameras and electrical equipment. Very often we'll have problems with our SD cards when we get home, but if I've backed everything up, then we're all good. The next thing I do to prepare us for the cruise, you might be familiar with this from one of our other videos where I was packing my backpack. Now I carry most of my electronics in my backpack when we're cruising. The reason is I don't feel comfortable checking all this equipment with the airlines. What if they lose my luggage? What if they throw it around and they damage something? So I would rather be responsible for my electronics rather than handing it over to some stranger who's just going to throw my bag or steal my bag or lose my bag. At least I'll have my electronics with me so that we can bring you vlogs from our cruise. But this is my little Pelican SD card case. And inside I have, well, it's not completely full right now, but generally this is completely full with SD cards. And I start the process of looking at all of my SD cards probably about a week before the cruise. And what I do is I want to make sure that A, there isn't any footage on here or pictures on here or files that I don't want to lose. If there is, I will back that up on my computer first. Then I go through the process of, after I've checked them all, formatting them so that they will work properly with my camera. Now this can be done through your computer, but I prefer to do it right from our camera. Whether it be Frank's camera that he takes pictures with, my camera that I take pictures with, or the video camera or action cam that we use while we're vlogging. The reason I prefer to format them on the camera specifically is that it's a cleaner format. Sometimes when you format on your computer, it doesn't do it in the right sequence, and then you end up formatting it on your camera anyways. So it's always a good idea to check your SD cards and format them before you're on your cruise. Then you don't have to waste time while you're on your cruise doing that. The next thing I do is I have my chargers and my batteries for the cameras. Let's see, the cameras, whoops, and the laptop. Basically, I want to make sure that I have all the chargers that I need while I'm on the ship so that I can charge the batteries. And generally, I will charge all the camera's batteries and my cell phone the evening before, or maybe 2 days before, and then, do my final pack of those items. Now, when you are gathering your chargers, I also like to gather my receptacles, or I forget what these are called, but I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments section. They're like extension cords, but you don't want to, or power strips, but you don't want to get anything that has a surge protector on it, because according to the Coast Guard, it is a fire hazard on the sea to have a surge protector, and it messes with the electrical system on the ship. And so anyways, you don't want that. Now, we love this little 360, it's called. It's an electrical, it's a power strip, but it's only 2, and then there's 2 USBs on it. It's great. And we are absolutely in love with the cube. It's called the Power Cube. And I got this at Best Buy. It was very reasonably priced. We've never had an issue not having enough outlets. There's 4 on the side and 1 on the top, and it plugs into the American outlet on the ship. Like I said, you want to make sure that your laptop is charged, and I always make sure that everything is cleared off my laptop. Now, it might be difficult for some of you to do that because some of you only have a laptop. We use desktops at our home, and the laptop is only for travel. We don't have any files on it. We don't have any documents on it. And we basically use it as a conduit to transfer our photos to the digital hard drive. I like to be able to see them, so that's why I carry 2 things. I know that's going to be a question. The next thing I do is I go through and test the camera like we're filming on now. I'll be testing the action cam. I'll be testing Frank's camera, and I'll be testing the Canon camera, just to make sure that everything is in proper working order before we leave. And you ask me, why do I do that? Well, we've been on cruises where the camera just wasn't working from Jump Street, and it's because I never tested it. So now I go through this whole little process of testing everything and making sure that it works. Now, I forgot to mention, when you're charging your camera, your cell phone, your laptop, also plug in your portable charger. So this is our new Pocket Juice portable charger. We can get 3 charges on the cell phone out of this. And so you want to make sure that that's charged, because if it's not going to do you any good just to carry it with you. Another thing that I like to do is test the tile. Now, we have 4 tiles. We have 4 bags. One is our tote, Frank's tote, my backpack, our carry-on, and our 28-inch checked bag. And the way you test these is you will simply push the little button and see if it rings. If it rings, you know the battery is still good. If it doesn't, you need to check your receipt and see if it's within the warranty period. If it is within the warranty period, all you have to do is send it back and they'll send you a new one. That's all you have to do. It's great. So I suggest checking those a few weeks before just to make sure that they're still working for you. If not, then you can run out and get another one. Now, like I said, this video is sponsored by Fluid Inform. Fluid Inform is a relatively new company, and they have asked us to test out their new action cam, and we were so excited. We have used some other brand action cams and haven't been particularly happy with them, so we'll have to see how this fares on our NCL Bliss cruise. Remember, we will be vlogging and we will be having some live streams from YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram, and we're also on Twitter. So check out at the end of this video where all our contact information can be found, and it can also be found in the description below. So until next time, I want to remind everybody to travel safe and cruise often.